So we're joined with the head coach of the under-20 team, John Wall. Firstly, John, welcome back home. And how does it feel to be back home, especially with a busy year that we have ahead?
Yeah, based on where I've been, it's less snow. Actually, it's where my hometown has been had a lot of snows, but that's not where I live. But it's good to be back. It is, and we got a pretty hectic first quarter ahead of us, and pretty much a pretty hectic 2024 overall for Jamaica football.
Yeah, and for you to commence U20 camp today, what are some of the expectations that you have ahead of the next 4 or 5 days?
I think it's another assessment round. For me, it's been ever since March. I've been doing those 2 sessions a month, and then obviously stopping between September, October, November, and then commencing again. December, small scrimmage against Portmore. Really appreciate that they were willing to play us. They gave me a lot of insights too. Yeah.
All right, Coach. So far, how is the recruitment going on so far? Where quality is concerned, you're getting quality players in.
In terms of that, it's following the timeline that we are expecting. But for me, talent can be found everywhere, and I'd like to be surprised even at this moment. Domestically, ultimately, I don't care where players are from. Ultimately, what I care about is making sure that Jamaica prevails and becomes what it has its potential for.
Camp commence today over the duration.
Yeah.
I would understand that not the entire team is here now. You're expecting to get the entire squad in by sometime soon?
It's kind of more of a step-by-step process. For me, this is another assessment round with the domestic players, really. Mainly looking at JPL minutes, players that are on the verge of stepping in. And obviously there are players that are anomalies, exceptions based on their environments. So for me, it gives me another shot. And then next stage is the Trinidad camp where we'll have friendlies. And then it will be domestic pool and the North American based players that are based there that I haven't been able to look in this environment. So it's a fair shot to actually give it a full scope to know who they are, how they fit into the group, how they can aid us, and ultimately for them to qualify for the 20s, the final squad.
Over a few days, they have this bunch of players now. You think they can maybe squeeze in maybe just a little practice game to see where these players are at?
The intention with the volume of players that has been called up, and I'm well aware that it's the all manning, the Costa thing too, that these players will be involved and out and then involved again. That's how you have to deal with it, the external factors.
Does that make it difficult for you?
Nothing is never an ideal world. And of course I have to deal with it, but obviously it's more where we all can collaborate to make the international window to kind of an acceptance to the full year. I would like to have like a full calendar where everyone is synchronized. It's not about you winning or me winning. It's about everyone winning. Ultimately, that's the thing. And for me, it would be the ultimate thing is that Jamaica actually start to export players in a bigger volume than it is right now. That's one of my concerns.
And it's age group as well.
Yeah, it is.
Question again, how long will we see these camps continue?
My intention, being my schedule limiting everything, is to actually have the Trinidad camp. That's semi still, and then we are going to have a pre-camp before St. Kitts. Do the qualifiers, and then April, May to have them in again, more the domestics again. And then looking further ahead, then World Cup for seniors as well. And in March, going back a little bit more, is obviously the Nations League semi-final. And hopefully a final, who knows. So for me personally, it's a very first 3 to 6 months is going to be very intense. Yeah.
All right. So prior to the U20 qualifier games coming up, do we expect to see more of this camp for some of the domestic players?
No, yeah, I feel right now the pool that's been kind of served the most is actually the domestic. Obviously, they need to be more served because this is the base. No, for me, it's this camp, Trinidad, and then that's it. Then it's the final squad for the U20s. for ahead of St. Kitts. Then we've done a lot, but hopefully we can do a lot more for future things too. Yeah.
You have any assessment of any of the teams you're going to play against so far?
We have scouting going on, but it's kind of like you have to do a lot of groundwork because the video evidence is lacking. Let's just say that. And you never know who to expect. I know for Martinique's sake, 4 players were part of the French Cup game against Lens from the U20 squad. I don't think Lens played, or Lille, sorry, played with their first regulars. They did not, and they lost 12-0, which still is a big accomplishment, I think. When it comes to Grenada, expectancy is like 5 English-based players that's going to be part of their squad, and we got them pretty much covered. Bermuda have not started their preparations as of yet, so it's kind of like a dark horse. For me, it's more about control the controllables at this point, what we can do. Yeah.
Yeah, and coach, in relation to what you said about the Trinidad camp as well, how pivotal that will be, and just a few details, if it's 1 friendly or 2 friendly, so that everybody's aware.
It's 3 friendlies. It's going to be 2 against the U20s and 1 against 1 senior team. For me, it's more putting the staff really at work too. How do we deal with kind of, I know how the qualifier is going to be. It's going to be match day -1 or match day +2. Well, 1 consistently, because you're playing every other day. So it means that the recovery, those protocols, we have to like mimic that a bit, and as well as trying to play in the afternoons when the sun is going to be obviously a bit up and it's going to be hot. So we have to try to mimic those external factors, plus the fact that we actually have more time with the players than we normally do, and that's a crucial thing. So my hopes and aspirations lies in the work that we put down, not just the talent that we assess.
Makes sense, because I've seen quite a few times where bundle of talent put together, but they just don't look good.
No. It's be it as it may, we're still going to win and lose as a team, and it doesn't matter if you get the 1 or the 2, they cannot carry it all. We have to do the work consistently.
Thank you very much, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you.